Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Remember, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another Habs Daily News with your hockey coach guru, Coach FRENCHY. Today, episode number 187. Coach, what do you have on the menu? Win, but ugly. Recap game, Blue Jacket versus Montreal Canadiens. Then, our first report card for the Montreal Canadiens after 20 games. I'm going to tell you what happening with Montreal Canadiens and maybe it's not looking good for the month of December. Before we talk about the first subject, we invite you, don't forget, please, to click on the like, subscribe to Hockey National Show, and finally, leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about this episode. And let's starting with the first subject of the day. Let's talking about the recap game between the Montreal Canadiens and the Blue Jacket. Yes, the Montreal Canadiens win by the score of 3-1 over the Blue Jacket, but it was ugly. Come on, coach, you're negative. No, guys, I'm not negative. I want to tell you exactly what happening. Without Montembeault yesterday, Montreal does not win. Montembeault, it was solid, stopped 30 of the 31 shot he faced. It was unbelievable during the second period. Because of him, honestly, Montreal get that W. With my number analytic, I'm going to show you why this game it was ugly and why the last couple of games, Montreal are lucky to play for 500 against a team at the bottom of the standing in NHL. Good start of the game for Montreal, but then Columbus Blue Jacket was in control at the end of this period. But again, Montreal, compared for the last couple of games, they gave away a lot of puck at the first period. Start again Columbus last week. Constance again the Philadelphia last Saturday. And then the last game again the Buffalo Sabres. This time, Montreal, after 20 minutes, it was 0-0. 7 shots only, guys, for the Montreal Canadiens and only 6 for the Blue Jacket. Opposite was pretty even, a little bit over for the Columbus Blue Jacket, and Montembeault was okay. Both teams have one power play. It did not score. During the second period, guys, this was all about the Montembeault. What a save he did. 2 breakaway inside of 10 seconds. And the shot was 10-10 after the second period. But without Montembeault, this game could be already 2-3-0 for the Blue Jackets. Montreal tried to score, but Corpusalo was solid too. But not many chance opposite for the Montreal Canadiens. Columbus was more over the Montreal. But again, Montembeault gave a chance for the Montreal to stay in the game and possibly win the W. And that's happening because during the third period, whatsoever, Columbus scored the first goal of the game with a goal of the Mathieu Olivier, second goal of the season. Montreal replied right away with 2 goals inside of 57 seconds. First of all, Albert Jacquet scored his 3rd goal of the year, following by David Savard with his first goal with the Montreal Canadiens this season. And that way, Montreal beat the Blue Jacket. Sean Monahan scored an empty net at the end of the game. Blue Jacket dominated that period with 14 shots versus 9. But again, Montreal Canadiens find a way to get that W, get out. This is the only second W in the last 10 games at the Columbus Blue Jacket Arena. It was not really pretty overall. I will tell you why. Why, coach, again. But first of all, I'm going to give you some number what happening during that game. That's the reason I said it was not pretty. It was more ugly W. First of all, the pairing defenseman, Madison Savard, they have maybe the best defenseman as an X-goal for versus X-goal again. Edmondson Coley was not very good. More opportunity versus the chance score. And then Jacquet and Kovacevic, whatsoever Jacquet score, again, they gave more possibility to give a goal against them. Then my second graphic, guy, is about the defense pairing stat 5 versus 5. We're just talking about the X4. But what I want to mention to you guys is on eyes shot at them for a 5 versus 5. The first pairing, Madison Savard shot 20 versus 14 against. Then Edmondson Coley, 8 only. They gave away, guys, 19 shots against them. Pretty even for Jacquet or Kovacevic. Edmondson Coley struggled together yesterday against the Blue Jacket. My next graphic, guys, a little bit what I love to talk about. This is really an indication, guys, what happening. This is about only 5 versus 5. And the CF percentage net domination of 53.33 versus 46.67. Puck position for more for the Blue Jacket. Then we have the high danger chance for versus against domination for the Blue Jacket, 6 versus 3. And then the X GOAT 4. Net domination, guys, for the Blue Jacket, 61.67 versus 38.33. Finally, my last graphic, guys, is all about the out situation. Just give you an idea, the numbers changing more in advantage the Blue Jacket on the CF 55 versus 44, on the high danger scoring chance versus, again, 11-5. Again, Blue Jacket should score more goal. And again, Montreal gave better chance for opponent team to score. Finally, the X goal for 61 versus 38. And that's give you exactly the reason what I mentioned to you guys. Montreal get that W, but they're lucky to get it. They got destroyed again, the Buffalo Sabres. And then they win again the Philadelphia Flyers, but they don't deserve to win that one over there. You have to go all the way. The game before that, it was against Columbus Blue Jacket, and they lost 6-4. So they have 2-2 in the last 4 games. Again, the bottom 4 team in NHL. It's not pretty overall, guys. Again, tonight, we have to give credit for Samuel Montembeault. He was the best player for the Montreal Canadiens. He was solid between the pipe. I would not be surprised, and I hope Martin St. Louis bring back Samuel Montembeault between the pipe against Chicago. The game, guys, pay attention. Friday afternoon, 2 o'clock Eastern time. Then I want to mention one more chance for Martin St. Louis. He bring back Jacky and Kovacevic, and they remove Whiteman and Harris. Not a bad game overall for both of them. 60 minutes overall for Jacky and only 12 minutes over for Kovacevic. Jacky scored a goal. But again, we have to give credit. The rookie tried to learn, and that's the way to learning. Sofsky played only 10 minutes for the Montreal Canadiens tonight on the 4 line. Play with Pesada and Jake Evans. Finally, we have one fight. It was Michael Pesada versus Grobinson. Oof. Pesada was not pretty on that one. So that's concluded, guys. This recap game between Blue Jacket and the Habs. Let's move on for my next subject of the day. My second subject of the day, guys, is about the Habs Montreal report card first quarter after 20 games. What they got so far, guys, is 10-9-1 with 21 points. The result or the outcome hide their performance overall. What are you talking about, coach? But I'm going to show to you guys for the next couple of minutes on friend analytic data, underlying number, and again, who they play against. That's not exactly they look good at the end of the day, but because it's friend reason, they got 10-9-1. We have to mention first the goaltender. I know Adam struggled for the last 3 games, but since the beginning of the season, have a great season so far. Same thing with Montembeault. He have only 1 bad game last week. Overall, he have a good season so far. So Montembeault and Allen changed a bit the data result outcome for Montreal. Then the performance of the rookie on the first 15 game of the season without Edmondson and Madison. Montreal rookies, talking about Cole, Kovacevic, Arbor, and Harris, did a really good job for Montreal Canadiens with the performance of the goaltender. This is the reason why they are 10-9-1, and we cannot forget, guys, the performance of Caulfield, Zuski with 23 goals in the beginning of the season, both together, plus Kirby Dach. So the first line and with the goaltender and the rookie performance, all 3 together, gave the Montreal Canadiens to be at this moment with a record of 10-9-1. But they struggle overall. Without those 3 reasons, Montreal should be maybe 6W since the beginning of the season. Goal against, they are 7 in NHL with most, with 71. Power play, they are 28 with only 15.3. They are right now on the streak of 0-9. The hit, they only gave 321 hits since the beginning of the season. They are 31st in NHL. Gave away puck. They gave over 248 pucks, and they are number 1 in NHL. This is not pretty. Then the takeaway, they are 26. They only bring back the puck 126 times. Then, guys, the statistic analytic more deeper. The CF, they are 23rd in NHL, 48.32. The high danger chance, again, 205. They are number 4 in NHL. They gave a lot of chance to opponent team to score. Without the performance of the goaltender, possibly they're not going to get the then W. Then the high danger chance 4, they are 26 in NHL with only 159. So that gives you an idea, guys, overall. The result of the outcome of the record at 10-9-1 hide their performance overall, because most of the time they should lose the game, but because the goaltending performance or the rookie performance and the first line. Sharing the data at this right now for the Montreal Canadiens. I'm not negative, guys. I want to show to you a little bit more the perspective, what's going on again around the Montreal Canadiens. And let's dive in a little bit more what's coming for them in December. And the first thing I want to mention to you guys is December is going to be ugly. Come on, coach. Don't be negative. I'm going to tell you the reason behind. If they cannot become better for what they gave to us in the beginning of the season, they're going to struggle. First of all, they are, after 20 games, 10-9-1, 21 points. They are 6th in the division, 11 in the conference, and 18 in the initial. Pretty good. But watch out. During the first 20 games, guys, they are 3W, 5 loss versus the playoff team. They are 7W, 5 loss versus the team are not in the playoff and the standing right now. 7 game they win. They have play again bottom 5 and the standing. Of the 12 game out of the playoff, they got all the 7 game they play again the bottom 5 in the standing. They play 11 time at home and 9 game away. This is what happening for the Montreal Canadiens since the beginning of the season for the first quarter. So overall, guys, they have an easy schedule. The last 4 games, guys, they are 2-2. They score 14 goals and they gave away 18 goals. So I'm talking about twice the Blue Jacket, one the Flyers, guys, and that's not great. And then one again the Buffalo Sabres. They are at the bottom and they're standing in NHL. 2 more games is coming this week to complete the month of November. First Friday against the Chicago, and then they play only next Tuesday against the San Jose Sharks. Then they're going to be on the road for December. And this is what the reason I will say to you guys is going to be a little bit complicated. They play 15 games on December. Only 4 at home and 11 on the road. They play only 4 games, guys, versus the bottom team. So the team are not in the playoff. And I'm talking about, example, the Arizona, the Anaheim, the Vancouver. Then they have a trip on the West Coast, including Edmonton, Calgary twice. Yes, the Flame twice. The Vancouver, one of them. The Seattle Kraken, the Kings, the Anaheim, the San Jose. Then they've traveled to the Florida where they play again the Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning at the end of the month. And then in the middle of the month, they play again Dallas Star and Colorado. Honestly, if they can win 6 games of the 15, that would be great for them. They're going to struggle, guys, in December. If they cannot changing all the analytic data I mentioned to you, and if the goaltender cannot be like they was at the beginning of the season, and if the rookies cannot play like they did at the beginning of the season, and if the first line that cannot score like they did at the first 16 game, Montreal is going to be in the trouble at the end of the December and possibly to be at the bottom 7 in NHL, unfortunately. I just want to give you guys the realistic of what I believe and what I see so far since the beginning of the season. And again, I'm not negative. I'm not an anti-Montreal Canadiens. I just want to sharing with you other number, what I saw since the beginning of the season. You can be happy about what they have. You can mention, oh, this guy is unbelievable, great season for Montreal. They maybe play above the expectation, but the number does not lie at the end of the day. And that's the reason they have an analytic department for every team in NHL. So, guys, this complete the episode number 187. Hopefully, you enjoy it. We talk about the recap game between Jacket and the Montreal Canadiens. And then we talk about the first quarter report card for the Montreal Canadiens. So, that's complete the show. And don't forget, guys, to click on the like, subscribe to Hockey Nation Show. Leave me a comment. Send me what you think about the Montreal Canadiens first report card. And finally, of course, you have greatness inside of you. And I wish you an amazing, great, happy Thanksgiving for all my peers in USA. And of course, an amazing, great Thursday, everybody.